Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we don't have ladies tonight, I think. Okay, yeah. Welcome. So, good evening to all YBs in Malaysia and Singapore. Yeah. So, as always, thank you so much for tuning in to our live talk on this beautiful Saturday night. My name is Michael, and we have Howard over there.
Hello, everyone.
So, yep, yeah, we will be your host for tonight. Yeah. So, what have we got tonight? We are honored to have Jimmy Tay, a professional diver from Singapore. Some of you might know Jimmy in person, who has over 20 years experience diving in deep ocean, and he has license to dive up to 40 meters, yeah. Or sometimes he actually went down to 50 meters, yeah. Some of his favorite diving spots are like Cebu, Philippines, Sweden northwest of Thailand, Bali, Tioman, Perhentian, Indonesia, North Sulawesi, Maldives, and many, many more. So please join me in welcoming Jimmy. He'll be sharing with us his beautiful underwater works. So Jimmy, tell us a bit how you get started in diving and how you develop interest in underwater photography.
Okay, I started diving when in 1997, but at that time about 10 or 20 years ago, I wasn't holding a camera underwater, so I just go for leisure dives with diving buddies and all. Then as time goes by, then I see a lot of my friends. How come they are carrying uh, underwater camera down when they go diving. So
Okay.
so I was curious. Then after I start asking questions, then after that's how I got hooked. I got started with this underwater photography.
Mm-hmm.
Then after I start buying equipments and all.
And you have spent a fortune, I guess.
Yeah, slowly. I bring up the slide with
Yes, please. Yes, go ahead.
hang on.
Since we do not have many of us here, so please feel free to unmute yourself and just ask Jimmy question, okay? As and when you guys have any question, yeah, just ask him
Can you
directly.
can
Just a
you see the slide?
casual chat to them.
Can you see the slide?
Not yet. I
Not
think
yet.
it's coming.
Can?
Howard?
Not yet.
Okay.
You got put in the code lah.
Wait, hang on. Give me
Okay.
a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Share tab.
Start presentation.
Yes.
Can you see?
Not yet lah.
Huh?
The square box. You see back the square box with the arrow. You start from
Okay.
there.
Now I got one share box.
Yes.
So share with people in the group from Yellow Book .
Okay. Share with tab lah.
Hang on.
Can.
I can't get this right.
Or how will you present? Maybe your side you got the slides.
Hang on. Okay. Can?
Yes. Good.
Can come in?
Press the present. Present.
Present.
Yes. Okay.
You can see?
Yeah, I can see.
Can you see?
Yes. Can.
Okay. Can everybody see?
Yes, all good. Yeah.
Yes,
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. My name is Jimmy. So I'm here because Michael have invited me here to give a short talk about underwater photography.
Is that you, Jimmy? The one in the picture?
Huh?
Is that you?
No lah. Something like me lah.
Okay.
Okay. What is underwater photography? Underwater photography is the process of taking photographs while underwater. It is usually done while scuba diving, or you can do snorkeling or swimming at the surface.
Yep.
So, okay, okay. The tips of getting started in underwater images should you have a dedicated camera for underwater. Of course, you have to get a set that can go underwater for your underwater photography.
Was it
And
any camera
also,
can? Was it any camera can? You can use any camera or?
you can use any camera, but some camera models that don't have housing for them. So if you don't have housing for them, then you cannot bring down the camera. Of course, after your camera get flooded. Then also, now, there are now newer models of point and shoot cameras. Point and shoot cameras like this one, the Olympus TG6. You can go without housing up to 50 meters, 50 feet without housing. And also for the GoPro you need a housing. This is the housing that can go up to maximum about 40 meters.
Mm.
Yeah. This is the housing, underwater housing for the Olympus DG6, like the one the picture on your left. This is the basic underwater housing. This housing is made of polycarbonate, can go up to max 30 30 plus meters.
Mm.
Should be no problem. And also, okay, once you're in the water, try to. But I see a lot of people going in the water. Then sometimes if the water is too deep, that their foot they cannot touch the ground. Then sometimes they get panic.
Mm.
So you have to
Yep.
be comfortable in the water. Just relax. Especially when those people that they are not doing scuba, so they are doing snorkeling. You can still take underwater pictures just by pointing the camera down in the water to take the reefscape, the fishes and all. Then also when you're using this underwater equipment, you have to practice with your equipment so that uh, you can get a better pictures underwater. Is the camera is the same except for certain thing that you need, like for
Mm.
underwater camera you need a housing. So housing and also the settings of the camera underwater is slightly different from the land-based camera.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
The settings for macros, the setting for wide angle,
Mm.
reefscapes and all is is all done through trial and error practicing.
I see. You will share with us later, yeah, in towards the end later.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I practice my shots every time I go underwater. So I
Mm.
do one setting, I bring down my camera down, I do this setting. So after the dive I look through my camera. Wow, sometimes some of the pictures are a bit dark there. So
Mm.
I got to open up, make it brighter. Maybe push up the ISO or push up
Mm.
open up the f stop or
Oh.
use a stronger flash.
Mm.
You mean you cannot change setting under the water?
I can still change. I can still
Ah,
change underwater because for me I like to live at one setting. So because I'm more concentrate on the marine life
I
rather than
see.
fiddling with my camera, Then after that,
Mm.
And where's my marine life? Gone already.
Oh, okay. I see
You
what you
see,
mean.
you see. I just put it at one setting that I'm comfortable with.
Mm.
So I seldom fiddle with my camera when I'm underwater. I'm more concentrate on looking where my subjects are.
Mm.
So this can consider a slow process lah. Cannot be fast. Have to be
Yes,
patient.
yes, 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 yes. Sometimes when you go down underwater to take a certain things like some creatures here. You see, I show you. Okay, the pictures on the right. There's a little crab sitting on the coral. Okay, sometimes I got to wait for the crab to face me,
Mm.
or maybe I go the other side. So if I take
Mm.
the picture of the crab, just the backside won't be nice.
Yep.
So I have to sometimes I have to wait for the crab to actually face me a bit. Then I can take a shot. Usually sometimes I can wait for about 5-10 minutes underwater just to shoot one little creature.
Mm.
You see. These are some of the samples of the photographs. Okay, let's get back to okay. So we have to practice with our equipment to get better pictures and learn about the marine environment, how the creatures behave or the fish behave when you approach them. Because most underwater photographers, when they approach something, they go very slowly and very quiet. They don't just dash there very fast. After that, all you might scare away the the subject. Then also we have to stay safe according to the level that you are trained for. You cannot go too deep. Let's say you do underwater photography at 20 20 plus meters or 30 meters. If you stay under that level for too long, you will get decompression. So you have to watch your depth and also the timing underwater. Okay, the next one is the gear requirement. Underwater photography equipment range from basic point and shoot models aimed at tourists on vacation to elaborate underwater housing built for best DSLR or mirrorless system. Some of the newer models of the point and shoot cameras does not require watertight housing, but there is a limitation of depth, say 10 to 50 feet, depending on the make and model. Next one is underwater housing. There are various types of and models of underwater housing for different cameras, and also underwater strobes, or some call it floodlights. Okay, these are the sample of underwater gears, underwater camera housing. Okay, okay. These are the first picture taken with a basic point and shoot camera with watertight housing. These are my two first picture I've taken when I started underwater photography.
Mm.
Mm. How long was that? Many years ago.
Yeah.
Many years, about maybe 5 6 years ago.
Mm.
Five
What
six
you
years
mean watertight housing? Watertight housing.
watertight lah. So water cannot get into the housing mah. Watertight waterproof
Or waterproof housing lah. Okay,
Some people call it waterproof. Some people call it watertight housing. You see,
okay.
this
It's
this
not
this
like
one this
the
one this one, this one all the
yeah.
housing. There's a O-ring around the cover. O-ring down the
yeah.
cover. So you have to lubricate the O-ring with silicone grease and make sure that in between the covers and the O-ring that there's no dust and dirt. If got there's
Mm.
dust and dirt, then tendency of leaking will be higher.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. My present underwater camera setup. This is the underwater setup camera setup that I'm using presently.
How long you use this gear already?
About 5-6 years ago. I
Five.
started photography 5-6 years ago. So
So now
I'm
until
up to now lah.
up to
I'm
now.
still maintaining it very well, giving me no problem. It's the typical underwater camera setup with housing, strobes, or some people might call it flashlight. These are the strobes lah, left and right. These two.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Wow, so big are the stroke.
Ah, this is the strobe light lah. I'm
Wow.
using underwater lah. Okay. This is a strobe. So I got two of them. I got two of them, left and right. Then connected. You know, you can see my picture down here connected with the arm. So I can move it up and down or sideways, depending on the subject, where the subject is. So it's adjustable lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will
And
it custom to adjust under the water?
yeah, I can adjust. I can move the arm up and down. I can
Yeah.
bring it close by. I can put it out, stretch, depending on the size. If I'm taking a wide angle, okay, I need to put my stroke as far as possible so I can cover the whole area. So if I'm taking macro, usually my two strokes are quite close together near the lens spot there.
Okay.
Then also the intensity of the light can be adjusted also according to the distance you're between the subject. So okay, then
Okay.
camera lens.
Got one question. Need to learn how to dive first. Is it?
Yeah. Of course. Unless you're taking pictures on the surface, then snorkeling, the one you can learn it by yourself.
So for diving,
Under,
you need to learn how long for dive?
okay, for diving, for basic scuba diving, you see people will get their license after 1 week.
After 1 week.
First 2 days is theory. Second 2 days, we do water skill in the swimming pool, underwater skill in the swimming pool. So then after that, when you qualify, when you're comfortable in the water, then on the 5th day or 6th day, usually we go to Choong, then the instructor will bring you to the open water. Usually within 1 week, you can get your license already. If you are good, you still have to do your underwater skill in the swimming pool. Then like for example, if you want to part of training, you have to swim 200 meters in the swimming pool and tread water for 15 minutes.
So meaning to say that those who are interested to get the license, the diving license, they must first know how to swim.
Yes, learn how to swim. Then after that, you engage diving instructor, diving school to teach you how to dive to get the scuba license. Once you got the scuba license, this license you can use anywhere around the world, no problem. Because
Which
if
diving
you
school is? I mean, which diving school is good school? Or how to find this diving school actually?
all about the same lah. Because they are different diving body like PADI, SSI, Navi, all these diving company, they are teaching for diving is all about the same lah, for basic one lah. So there are many diving schools or diving instructors in Malaysia and Singapore.
Mm.
So
What
one weekend you spend in, let's say, in Tioman, okay, a few days, maybe 3-4 days in Tioman, then you can get your license after you come back already.
Roughly, how much is to get this license? I mean, how much you spend roughly?
Roughly, if Singapore I pay, including the trip to Tioman, about $500-600
how
Oh, okay.
$500-600 Sing dollars about 600 including the lessons, including the study material,
Hmm.
and also the trip to Tioman.
Oh, it's actually not that expensive actually.
Not very lah, not very. Because this one is done. My instructor will do it in a package for the students. Let's say you pay $600. Then in Singapore, we do in a classroom for theory, and a pool for training, and 1 weekend in Tioman for open water. Then open water, what you learn in the pool is the same in the open water. Then the instructor will see you how comfortable you are in the water.
But
Then
that one is just to show you how to dive in, isn't it? But it doesn't show you how to shoot underwater.
no. That one is underwater photography is another specialty. That's
So does it
another
come with the
specialty.
package? Okay.
Yeah, this specialty. Some diving school, they are teaching this specialty. So they will teach you how to handle a camera with the underwater housing and equipment all underwater. How to use it properly how to take good pictures. They'll teach you and all the safety aspect of it For me, I didn't go to this course
Fair enough, yeah. So tell us a bit more about this setup. I know I saw some rubbles or some sponge or
Okay.
yeah.
The both ends of the camera, there's one arm. There's one arm that's holding the stroke. Then in between the arms, you can see the two round cylindrical thing It's called the flotation device. Where is it? Let me check. Okay, this is the device that you can put on your camera arm to keep
What's that?
the whole system a bit more buoyant. Because if without this, when you go underwater, the thing will just sink very fast, and maybe the camera setup could be more than 5 kg. So add extra weight, so you will definitely sink lower, sink faster down. So usually I put this flotation device to keep it a bit buoyant. So when I descend, I can descend slowly, and I control descent.
And you use up you use two one side and then two the other side.
Yeah.
So
This one we
basically,
got a trial and error.
Ah.
Trial and error. See, because this flotation device, we got different sizes for different weight.
Do you need to make it balanced? Do you need to make? I mean, do you need to adjust alignment or make it balanced both sides?
No need lah. Usually I bring this thing underwater. Then from underwater I can check. Okay, I just Lego my camera. I see how fast the thing sink. If the thing sink down too fast, then my floats are a bit too light. So I got to put more floats.
But the rate of sinking is all depend on how deep you go down the water, isn't it? I mean,
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
The
Because,
deeper you
because
go, the faster it goes, or how it goes.
the
Ah.
the deeper you go, the faster you sink.
Ah.
So
So on
usually I
top
try to
is
keep, yeah. Usually I try to keep my equipment neutral buoyant, neutral buoyant, so I can control my my own descent. If I'm
mm,
carrying something very heavy, I
mm,
cannot control my descent.
mm.
See, the equipment is pulling me down.
Okay, I see, I
Uh,
see.
so it's quite dangerous,
So the equipment has to be lighter than you, lah, so that you can descend.
Neutral buoyant, because this one you have to trial and error.
Mm,
You have to trial and error. Sometimes this flotation device, you call it, they have marking on it, how many grams, or how many kilo you will float. So we can just trial and error. We feed it on a camera, then we bring it out to the open water and check. If the thing is sink very fast, that means you still have to add a bit more float.
mm, mm.
Okay.
Complicated.
No, this one is all trial and error.
What
Right.
are those What are those cable for? Those cables are
Oh, those
like
cables are my sync cord. These are
uh,
the these are the cables. The sync cord I connect to my flash, to my strobe, and to my camera, to my underwater housing. This is my underwater housing.
ah
You see, this
okay.
this
Where you
this
connect?
this port here I'm pointing here, that the cable will be connected to this port here, and connect wire inside to my camera, and
Mm.
the other the other okay, this two end connect
Mm.
to my group, each one each. This one
Think
I'm not using the fiber optic, I'm using sync cord. So
Mm.
the delay, there's not much delay when you fire the flash.
Can explain a little bit more on why no delay when the
Why?
fire the
Okay, let's say if I use fiber optic cable using
mm,
light from my flash. So if I trigger the first, if I trigger the flash for the
yeah,
first shot, the light will travel in my fiber optic to trigger my strobe. Then
yeah.
the camera flash that is being triggered just now, it need
Mm-hmm.
time to recharge.
Uh,
It need time to recharge to
mm,
full capacity. Then you can fire again, because you cannot just keep on firing. The flash won't work.
okay.
So if
Mm.
I use the sync cord, I'm bypassing the flash. I'm connecting the sync cord to the hot shoe of my camera,
Can
at
show
the top, at the top there.
yeah.
You see? Okay. Can see?
Uh-huh.
This
This one.
cable,
Ah.
this little cable here. There's a
Mm-hmm.
there's a plug here.
Ah.
I connect it to my top of my camera hot shoe.
Ah.
Uh, this is my internal housing. This
Okay.
housing itself is about almost 2 kilo already. Then with all the complete setup, you see the picture here, is it easily can weigh about nearly 5 kg already.
Okay.
But when once you're underwater,
Mm.
everything is quite light. Even your scuba tank, when you carry above the water,
Mm.
it weighs 14 kg, 1 4.
Oh,
But once you're in the water, you don't feel the tank behind your back.
why is it?
Huh? Because is the buoyant ma.
Oh,
It's buoyant because sea water buoyant.
okay.
So if you carry the tank underwater, you feel it like very light. After you come out from the water, you carry the same tank, like your back gonna break that. It weighs about more than 14 kg with your equipment.
But the tank, no, without the floating device,
No,
no,
no, no, no need, no need.
no need.
Because we divers we are wearing a life jacket like that. You call it a BCD, buoyancy control device. So we can pump air inside and we can let go the air because when you're at the surface, your buoyancy control device, you call it the BCD, you have some air inside, so you stay afloat. So when you want to descend
Mm.
to the water to go down, you have to deflate your BCD, release all the air, and exhale slowly from your lung also. Then once no air, then you slowly you will you will slowly descend. You can control your descent. So if you're carrying something heavy,
Mm.
then you got to use your BCD to compensate.
See. That's why no fuel underwater with the tank.
Yeah. So all this can be taught by the instructor when you're taking the course. Can everybody hear me?
Can and clear.
Hi, Ang Soon Kiat from Penang.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi.
Next slide.
Okay, you see this one. Okay, this one is my. Can you see the slide?
We can see the slide, but it's still on the
Water.
the water housing, the water gear. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, this one can see.
Okay. Now it's good. Yeah.
This one is my underwater camera housing lah. Is the name Nauticam lah. This whole thing is all made from aluminium. Got no plastic.
No plastic.
The only plastic that you can see is behind. You can see my cursor not?
Yes, we can see your cursor. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This part is plastic, so you can see the screen of your camera inside. Then the rest of the housing is all made of aluminium.
So this housing, when you book that time, is how with the handle, or you buy
Yeah.
separate.
No. This one is this one come with the handle together.
Built in already, or
Built in one. So you can see my cursor. This ball on top and this pot here, this one is separate. This one is my sync cord, the sync cord pot.
Oh.
This one my sync cord pot. So you can see all the camera behind of the housing. There are a lot of buttons. It's the same that for you to set to get the function from the camera by pressing the buttons.
Like this whole set only like this housing without the lens port, how much Sing dollar?
Sing dollar, 2,000 plus.
Sing
Wow.
About 2,500.
As
This one I bought 5 years ago lah. Maybe the price up already.
Okay.
This one on the right you can see my strobe. Then this one is the internal of the housing.
Where the strobe get the power from? Was it he has his own battery?
You can see my cursor.
Yeah.
This is the battery compartment. I'm using four AA battery.
Oh,
Uh, four AA battery to power the strobe. Rechargeable battery. I'm using the national Anyloop
Analog
Mhm.
and Anyloop battery is the best. Really.
Pro, Analog Pro.
Yeah, I'm using the Anyloop Pro lah. Four to a strobe lah. So I buy I buy 16 batteries lah. So whenever one or two type or three type then my battery weak I change
Okay.
Okay. This one is a this set I have considered average set lah. It's not that too expensive lah. This one is I'm using the small mirrorless camera lah. If I'm using the big DSLR like the Canon or the Nikon, then the housing will be very expensive. The housing itself will cost you about nearly 5K
Sing dollar.
Sing dollar. Just the housing only, without the pot. It's-
This
I'm using I'm
watch.
using this set for the Sony A6500. So is small and compact. Then my housing also not that huge. If I'm using the DSLR, I think so the size is double the size.
More thicker.
Bigger than this. Maybe another 50% bigger than this.
But
So
this one is this one is a wide angle, isn't it? This housing is for wide angle. If you change to zoom lens, then how it works?
depending on the pot. You can see my cursor.
Uh-huh.
This is the pot cover.
Okay.
This one I just open up the cover and I can show you the pot. Just give me a minute. I bring the pot.
Okay.
Yeah. So it means that this has got different extension for wide angle and for telephoto. Guys,
can
if you
see?
guys have any question, just unmute yourself. Yeah, just ask Jimmy directly. Yeah,
You can see?
not many of us, so you can just ask him directly.
You can see? This is
Yep.
my wide angle dome pot.
Wide angle.
Wide angle dome pot. Dome pot.
How
This
many
one-
mm can fit
This
in?
one, no, this one is only the pot.
Yeah, yeah.
They cover the lens. This one is a 6 inches dome pot
Inches.
for wide angle use.
Which lens to put in for this two?
This one I can use the Tokina 1017 fish eye.
10 to or fish eye or
1017, or I can use the Canon 15mm wide angle
or
fish eye.
fish eye lah.
This one is to take big stuff lah. Big stuff and quite close lah. If you don't use fish eye, then you got to go very far to cover everything.
Yeah.
But when you use fish eye, there's always some distortion lah. Always curve, the picture will be curved.
So the pod itself allow you to do manual focus and to zoom and things like that, or how you do all the.
Yes. Wait, hang on. Okay. Okay, I take out the cover already. You can see. So that dome pot that I show you is fit inside here. Then my lens will be inside. So my lens will be inside.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see my finger now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the turning knob that operates the gear inside. So I can zoom my lens.
Oh.
I can zoom my lens. If I'm using a zoom lens, I can zoom my lens.
Oh.
So my lens is autofocus, no problem. I can autofocus from here.
Mm.
It's just like same thing at a lens camera lah. You press halfway is focusing mah. Correct lah. So this knob here that I'm pointing here is my zoom knob. I can use a zoom lens with the correct model for that lens, the gear. Then I can zoom here.
Mm.
Okay.
Then focusing. What about manual focus?
Manual focus also can. Manual
Ah.
focus, you see the port nah.
Uh-huh.
The port got one knob, one more knob.
Oh.
So
Oh.
you can focus. You can focus
I
using the
see.
knob.
I
No
see.
problem. So when you buy the lens, make sure that they have the model, the port for that lens.
Mm.
So you have to study that. You cannot just anyhow buy the lens that don't have the port then no use.
Correct.
Not every model that
Can fit.
they make the port for it.
So the most you can do is actually zoom and focusing now. Basically, just these
Yes,
two
yes, yes.
function.
Zoom. You can zoom the lens.
Mm.
You can focus. You can focus if the lens is a manual lens.
Mm.
But usually underwater we don't do this type of thing too much. We will use the autofocus. Easy.
Okay. Okay.
I got
Got
one.
you.
I got two label down there lah. One is for focusing label and one for shooting, figuring lah.
Okay.
Okay.
Next slide.
Okay. This one you seen already.
Yeah.
Okay. Underwater photography facts. Okay. You see, as we go down underwater,
Mm.
the deeper you go, we will lose colors because water absorbs colors such as red, orange, and yellow. This is why your underwater photos will looks blue if you don't use a flash or strobe. The deeper you are, the more color is absorbed. So that's why we need flashlight to restore back the color. Can you hear me?
Can. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Compact cameras come with internal flash that can be used to add colors to your photos.
Okay.
Underwater photographers often buy an external strobe or flash as a way to add colors because you definitely need lightings underwater to enhance the colors in your picture because if you don't you don't use this lighting,
Mm-hmm.
you'll lose all the colors. Like you bring down a GoPro. Okay, GoPro got no lighting mah.
No flash. No
Got no
light.
flash mah. So you bring down the GoPro.
Mm-hmm.
Then a lot of my friends using GoPro. He said, "Hey, how come my pictures all blue? Then I said, "Of course mah. As you go down further, water absorb the lights by the colors mah. So I lent him one of my GoPro filter. It's a red
Fit.
color filter. Red color filter. So he put that filter on. He bring down to the same depth that he taken the picture. The picture looks nicer because the red color adds to the
The
color that is lost.
Some more.
Yeah.
Red,
This,
orange.
this one either you use the strobe light or use filters underwater to get back the color.
Okay.
Okay, these are some of the pictures that I've taken underwater. These are all macro shots. These are called nudibranch.
So how you manage to take like these small creatures?
Okay. They say small creatures, I have to go very close. My lens, sometimes my lens spot now,
Mm,
almost touching the creature. I show
mm.
you back. Okay. You can see my cursor down here. This
Yes.
is the magnifier.
Okay.
This is my magnifier that I can. Without this magnifier, I cannot go too close because camera lens got certain distance.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I'm using this 50 mm lens. My focusing distance, the minimum focusing distance is about 150 mm. So when I go beyond 150 or shorter than 150 mm, then I cannot focus anymore. So
Oh,
I gotta use this magnifier 2.5 times. I can go really close, and I can still focus.
I see.
This one is only for macro shots.
How long will you get you to shoot this type of creatures?
This one about 5-10 minutes like that. because
One.
because sometimes I'm not the only diver there. There sometimes there are two or three diver, so we take turn
Mm,
we take turn to shoot After he shoot, he finish shoot, then he go away. Then another guy will come in.
okay. Can.
Sometimes we need the angle. We need to move around. You see, like this nudie branch
Mm.
spacing. So actually, I was from here. Then I move to the front to face the thing then I shoot.
So this nuri branch, which is the head, which is the tail?
You can see the two horn. The two horn is the head.
Oh, because
Uh,
behind there also look like a head.
like behind like a bunch of flower like that.
Yeah.
Nudie branch, you can differentiate which one is the head and which one the tail by looking at these two rhinopause. You call it rhinopause. The two
No.
horns.
Okay.
Okay. There you can see down here another one.
Mm.
Some with big one, some with small one.
Okay. Some no flower, some got
Yeah.
flower.
Yeah. So like taking this picture,
Mm.
you cannot just take from the top, no. You take from the top, the composition out already. Boy, sweet, you got to go low,
Low angle. Oh.
low and pointing up.
Mm.
Okay? Same level as on. You got to go low.
Will it be very difficult to shoot this type?
Sometimes difficult Sometimes a bit difficult If this nodie branch is too low
Mm.
I shift the fella up. Play cheat a bit Play cheat. I pick up the fella. I put it higher
So you are holding and shoot lah, basically.
No I usually I put it on the rock
Oh,
Uh,
but
You
I guess
need swim away.
sometimes too low you cannot shoot If the thing on the ground how you shoot?
When you pick up that time, will it like frighten them, then they swim away?
Boy you pick up slowly boy. This 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 creature anyway moves very slowly
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Another one you see the red picture. You can see my pygmy seahorse.
This is
mm,
see.
Pygmy seahorse. Very
seahorse,
small
seahorse. Mm,
seahorse. Pygmy seahorse.
mm.
This seahorse adult size is about 1 cm only.
Oh, 1 cm.
1 cm, less than half an inch. This one I got to get very close to do the macro.
But underwater has got current, isn't it? Right? When you go near, obviously your gear will have. You are like few inches away or 1 inch away, you tend to hit the pillar. No.
Have lah, but usually you see where the current is pushing you lah. If the current is pushing you to one side then usually I try to get behind some big rocks, so the current not so strong.
Okay.
Like this one, is all wide angle. I'm using the 1017, 1017 Tokina.
Tokina.
Ah.
Oh. Fish eye. That just now you mentioned
Yeah,
the
this
fish.
one is fish eye lah.
Okay.
10 mm is fish eye So when you zoom out, 17 mm should be quite okay, but still wide lah.
Mm.
You see, I can get the whole thing. You see,
Mm.
this one is nearing the surface. Then
What fish is that?
this one whale shark.
Ah,
Whale shark. This one harmless one. This
harmless
whale
one,
shark only eat planktons.
How?
Plankton means 水母.
Planktons are microorganism.
Oh.
Whale shark. This one harmless one. You can go next to it. Also never mind one.
How big is the whale shark?
The whale shark can be bigger. Can be about 8 to 10 meter long.
Wow, so big one.
Sometimes this one I see about maybe 4 meter plus.
Mm.
Some very big in the open ocean. Some other country very huge.
Scary one.
8 to maximum 8 to 10 meter long.
Then the fella would kacau you. I mean, the fella.
No this one so big, the creature move also very slowly. So you as a diver, we go near, we don't scare them we just see from far because the water very clear
Mm-hmm.
Don't go too close too close. Some marine creature they might not like it. They'll run away already.
Because you're using a wide angle, I mean, your wide angle means you have to get quite close, isn't it, to get this picture?
Correct.
I think it could be like 2 meters away or 2 to 3 meters away.
I'm using a few meter maybe less than 5 meter.
Jimmy, how do you know which lens that you intend to use for the subject? Because I mean, it depends on the dive, right? I mean, if your intention is to photograph the big animal, the big marine creatures, then you have to use the wide angle.
Yes. Because
very good question.
Good question. We cannot change lens underwater.
Can if I knew one
Okay. Usually before my dive, usually I go to a resort. Then there are dive masters. Okay, dive masters. I will ask the dive masters. Okay, around this area, you got macro or big stuff. Then you tell me. Okay, this area here macro. So before I go in my underwater, then I set up my macro setup lah. Then I set up the macro gear already. Then after I go down.
Meaning that you do one journey for macro, another journey for big things.
Yes. Or you can bring down 2 camera lah. One macro and one wide angle. Usually those professionals they do it this way. You cannot change underwater So some of my friends they bring 2 camera. One for macro pot and one more for wide angle pot. So usually the local dive master on there they know very well. Okay, which area got what creature they'll tell you. One okay. If all big stuff, he'll tell you, down here got whale shark, got mentare, and okay, then I'll use my wide angle. Yeah, go down. That's how it's done.
Jimmy, why the left one is actually blue, then the right picture is actually green?
Okay, this blue water is in the Philippines. Philippines water and Indonesian water further north. They have the turquoise blue. the sea. This one I've taken in Sarawak, like places like Sarawak, Brunei, water like in Choong, all a bit greenish,
Mm.
like
Was it?
deeper oceans. Deeper ocean, you get a turquoise blue color.
So,
Certain area of the sea in the world is not all the same color, depending on the geography of the area.
I see. So by looking at the picture, if you are a diver, then you roughly know this picture actually shot which sea
Yes,
or which.
yes, yes. But I never been to like Caribbean and all. So I only seen pictures. But in Asia country like Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, roughly I know what the watercolor is.
Mm.
There, there. This one on the right. This one is a shipwreck. I've taken in Sarawak, Miri, Sarawak.
The picture on the left is a night dive, is it?
No, it's a daytime.
Oh.
Daytime because I have my f-stop make it very small. Very small. Only concentrate on the front part that my flash illuminates. Then the back part is too far. It become like very dark. Like you can see you see this noddy branch on the right side. You see the top part is all dark. So because I'm focusing on the front part only, I'm using a f8 stop.
Your picture is very clear, Jimmy. There's no dust or no particle or no.
Yeah, because this one is very important. This one,
Yes.
if
How
you
you control that? Yeah.
okay, if you find, because every water is not clear one,
Yes.
so all got particles.
Mm.
So particles, when your flash is facing directly straight in front of the lens, is no good, because when your flash triggers, when there's particles in front, the light will reflect. The light will get reflected back to your lens. Then that's how you got all the particles. You call it a backscatter.
So the on-camera flash is actually not good.
Yeah, no good. Those built-in flash, built-in flash on the camera usually is all pointing forward, pointing
Yes.
straight. So that's why when I use this strobe, I got two sides. So I adjust the strobe. Yeah. Yeah. You can see that. Okay. I adjust the strobe facing out. Facing out. Both sides facing out. This, okay, let's say facing out this way. This apex of this thing, because the light ray is V shape, V shape. So these two V shape and this V
Overlap lah.
shape.
You're talking about.
You see these
Yeah.
two. Okay, let's say like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
These two will meet. These two will meet. That's where my subject will be.
Where the overlap lah, where the two lights actually
Correct.
overlap each other.
So if I use this flash to point directly in front like that to my lens like that, of course I'll get backscatter. You have to tilt it this way.
Oh.
Tilt it about maybe 30 degree, both 30 degree.
I see.
Then your subject is directly in front of your lens. Then the light from here will just hit the subject. So you avoid the backscatter.
Wow, very important tips. But it also come with the cost. We have to.
This one. I learn it. I learn it myself through experience, through maybe a bit of googling.
Try and error, yeah.
Try and error. You have to try and error because each time you bring down your camera down, okay, you just keep on shooting, but you keep in mind, okay, what type of setting you're using, where your lens, your stroke is pointing, then all this you have to keep in mind. So when you after the dive you come up, you just scan through your picture. Why like that? Oh, that means I I did something wrong. So the next dive I adjust. Hang on. Okay. Then the next dive I adjust. Or maybe my stroke is not pointing correctly. Or maybe my stroke is giving out too much flash power. That's why sometimes my pictures are overblown, or sometimes it's too dark. So you have to trial and error.
Jimmy, you don't
Yes.
have immediate review on your LCD screen or something like that.
Have. Underwater I can review. But underwater usually I don't review lah. So I just bring it up. Then I take out the camera from the housing. Then easier to see lah.
I think it's also because of you have limited gas or oxygen down there, isn't it? So you want to maximize your time shooting.
Correct. You can actually when you're taking photograph, you see you don't go too deep. You go too deep, you consume a lot of air. Because at pressure, at depth, at pressure, your air tank is compressed. Then you breathe more. Your air tank finish faster. So usually I play around 10, 15 meters. That's it. Because if you go beyond 25, 30 meter, you don't see anything. Because the corals are not lively because of the light penetration. Because beautiful corals all at maybe 10, 15 meters.
So you're trying to say is that the basic license is sufficient for us to get good picture.
Yes. No, you don't have to go down so deep because your basic lesson after you take the first course. Okay, that first course, your maximum depth according to the regulation, you only can do 18 meter, 18 meters. So usually people after taking this first course, they go for advanced. One advanced, you can do deeper dive, you can do night dive. Beginner course, you cannot do night dive. So because as a photographer, sometimes we go at night also because at night there are different type of creatures that will come out at night.
Yes.
So the advanced course is up to how many meters?
40.
40.
40 because this one 40 is only for recreation diving, not for technical diving. Technical diving, you can go beyond that.
Okay.
If you got license to do technical diving, then you can go up to 60, 70 meter lah. But your breathing gas will be different lah. Will be Trimax already. No more compressed air already. So you got mix gas then you can go down to 60, 70 meters. Sometimes most of the shipwrecks are at that level.
Got you. Yeah.
So at that depth, 60, 70 meter, everything is so dark already. Because light cannot penetrate so far down.
So people go down there for what actually? So I mean, people go down so deep for.
Because people go down that deep for technical divers only. For technical divers, you can go down that deep because most of the shipwreck are all very deep. 50 meters, 60 meters, some can be up to 80, 90 meters, the shipwreck.
It's more for treasure hunt, basically.
Correct. for sometimes for working, for exploration, but for we all we just do recreation diving, 20 plus meters max is the best already.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you all are interested now, you can go take the license first, ma. Go to Choong training first.
Yeah, next
Training
week we go. Next week we go take Tyson.
training until your your scuba skill are good. Then you can think about underwater photography. Then all these are shot by macro lens. This is a nudie branch.
So it's a new different
Nudie,
pattern.
yeah. Nudie branch a lot of colors and a lot of type. Is it like human being? Got Angmo, got Indian, got Chinese, same thing.
This one is not consumable, right? Cannot eat one, right?
Cannot. This one is a sea slug.
Sea slug.
It's a slug. It's a worm like that.
Oh, okay.
Sea slug. Some of it are poisonous. You can see the tip around here. If the
Yeah.
tip got colorful, you don't touch it. That one got sting.
Sting.
Ah.
Poison. So it's
Poison. That one is one of the defense system.
very poison or like how? You
Marine poison. Sometimes you cannot sting.
Hmm.
Your whole body pain, but your hair only not pain.
So cancer one.
Then you see this lionfish. You don't go and touch the lionfish because at both sides all got sting.
Oh, okay.
All these spikes, you can see all the spikes.
Yeah.
All this sting now, but the sting won't kill you but your whole body pain.
Got antidote.
Yeah.
This one is right
This
hand
one
side.
is a stream. You know how
Stream.
small the stream? About 1 cm only. This one I
Oh.
take macro.
Let's see.
Small baby stream.
Baby.
This
This
one,
one is special, this color. Not the normal.
this color is original.
Oh, okay.
Original. I only go to Photoshop just to adjust the white balance thing. But all the rest is all original.
Okay. This is captured in like how many? What is the depth?
Can't remember.
Can't remember.
Maybe it never exceed 20 meter.
Okay.
Ah.
Guys, any questions you can ask Jimmy now?
To continue underwater photography, one must have a diving license, then it's better. Because if you shoot from the surface, don't waste your time.
Snorkeling, don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time from the surface. You cannot see nothing one.
For fun, okay lah.
For fun, teaching the kids and all, okay lah. If you want to take good pictures, you got to get the diving license. Then you can go deeper. You can go really close to your subject. Because from the surface, you're very far away from the subject, but you cannot see nothing. This one I take all macro. This stream is macro. This one I take from I'm using 50 mm lens. So without the magnifier
Yeah.
without the magnifier, so I go a bit further, then I can take I'm using the 50 mm lens or 100 mm lens. But a small creature, you still need the magnifier to do macro. This pygmy seals in Cebu, Philippines. You know how deep is that? My instructor bring me 30 over meter just to see this small guy.
How long will you will at this 30 meter?
30 meter, about 5-10 minutes. I take my picture, I go out already. And if I stay longer, I'll get into decompression dive already.
Okay, about the decompression, how serious will it be?
Okay, let's say you're diving
Ah,
at a certain depth for too long. Okay, then usually every diver will bring down a dive computer on the wrist. So if you get into a decompression dive, just follow the dive computer on your wrist. The dive computer will ask you ascend 2 meter and hold for 1 minute. Okay, then you just follow. You just follow the dive computer. After you clear this one, then they will come out another one. Okay, go up to 3 meter. Stay there 2 minutes. This one we trying to clear the decompression because at decompression your body inside is holding a lot of nitrogen already because we are breathing compressed air. 79% is nitrogen. So your body accumulate too much nitrogen. If you just go up like that, then you get a bends. You call it the bends. You get headache lah. Then your joint will pain and all. Then if too extreme, you'll die.
if in between the process of going up,
Yeah.
with the
So
tank not enough air, how?
that's why before you do a dive or during a dive, you gotta check your pressure gauge. You gotta make a habit to check your pressure gauge. Okay, what pressure or what level of air you have in your tank. So if you have not much air in your tank, better not to stay too long underwater. So a lot of people, a lot of people, a lot of people I know that they are so engrossed in photography, they forget the pressure in their tank. after, after doing halfway, then when you want to ascend, you have to do a safety stop at 5 meters. You call it the degassing of your body of the nitrogen inside your body. So during the safety stop, most of the people if they are new, they don't have enough compressed air. So
So how?
usually divers go down in a buddy system. Two
Oh,
two buddy system because let's say I go down with you, okay, your breathing rate and my breathing rate is different, so your tank level and my tank level is different. See, so at least you got a buddy system, so when you run out of gas or your equipment fail, at least your buddy is nearby, you can still share air. During sharing air, you have to ascend really.
okay. It's like something like safety caution.
Yes, because underwater, don't become a hero always die one. In the movie, hero never die one.
It's time to charge USD. No, not enough air. No, you want to share air? Okay.
No, usually I dive. I dive about 10 over meter. 10 over meter or max 20 meter I go lah. But 20 meter I won't stay that long underwater lah. At that level I don't stay long. I just maybe 10 minutes I will ascend already to go up to a shallower point lah. Then usually my dive, my one tank I can last him about 1 hour, no problem.
1 hour.
Also, yeah, 1 hour because everybody is different. You and me can go down. You and me can go down underwater, same level, same timing. But your air inside your tank is different. Because your breathing rate and my breathing rate is different. Because your lung capacity and my lung capacity is different.
Jimmy, I'll ask you something. I'm Patrick here. In an emergency, how many hospital has got this decompression chamber?
Decompression chamber in Singapore, we got one. In
Lumut, I suppose, Naval. Lumut, they have one. Okay.
Yeah, Sembawang they got
So
one.
if you
They
are
got
in
this.
Martin and you have this problem, which is the nearest hospital that with decompression chamber to save your life?
Decompression chamber in, let's say you're talking about Malaysia, in Tioman you don't have any. So usually if extreme case decompression decompression if experience people that is saving him will call the helicopter. One
Ah,
thing. Then also if you cannot get any communication to the helicopter or what, usually we ask the diver to put on the mask again, go down on the water again.
Oh,
Then slowly do decompression underwater.
I see. But will it actually help in the emergency? Will it actually will save him? I mean, you ask
Yeah,
him
yeah,
go
yeah,
down.
yeah.
Okay? Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. If you because somebody have to bring him down lah.
Ah,
Make sure that he's breathing okay lah.
I see.
like
Then that's the worst scenario lah, because sometimes we go diving those remote islands and all everything also don't have. Sometimes phone signal also cannot get.
Hmm.
Uh, then that the best way we must have a oxygen bottle on board.
Ah,
Oxygen bottle, pure oxygen bottle. At least when the guy got a little bit of decompression, give him oxygen. He can clear the nitrogen faster from him.
I see. So it's actually diving is actually a very risky thing if you don't have all the knowledge.
Actually, it's not risky lah. I find it diving. Diving is still safer than driving on the road.
Oh, is it?
because if you observe the safety aspect of diving, you follow strictly, because what we are doing, it's all underwater now. So you have to follow the safety rules very strictly now. Beside that means beside, mai nge nge lai. Ah, correct ma.
And normally also you follow the dive master instructions lah.
Correct. Because every dive site, the you, when we go to any resort, they got instructors, they got dive masters. Before you go down the water, okay, they will brief you. They will do the safety briefing before we go down water. Okay, they tell you what can be done and what cannot be done underwater and all. They will let us know lah. So usually we will follow them lah. Our dive master or instructor is our tour guide lah. So whatever that he go, we just follow lah. Or you can go a bit shallower lah. You don't go below him ah. You go below him, that means you're deeper than him.
okay.
Yeah. Usually I look after my own the safety. I look after the safety my own self one.
Not your partner, your own self first.
Yeah. Usually we dive. Usually is make it a habit to dive buddy system lah.
Buddy.
Yeah, buddy system. Sometimes we never know man. Sometimes those scuba equipment we do rental one. Sometimes no good. Sometimes can fail underwater one.
Okay.
Jimmy, the water could be very cold. Will divers suffer from cramp? Because sometimes when
Cramp no lah, because if cramp because when you exert too much your muscle you exert too much then you get cramp. Because if the water is cold if you're not insulated well on the water, then you get maybe too extreme, you get hypothermia lah. So usually divers will go down using a wetsuit lah. Wetsuit, they say minimum 2 mm, can go up to 5 mm thick. Also depend on country. Like Asia Pacific, no problem lah. Usually I dive around this area, Asia Pacific, Indonesia, or Thailand or whatnot. I just put on one I go down already.
Means
Like huh?
sorry. On what Come again.
Lycra.
Lycra.
Lycra just like what very thin type of training suit like that.
Oh, it's a like something like suit but thin.
Lycra material. Usually, I got two pieces. One is the pants and one is the shirt lah.
Oh,
Because I don't like to put on the wetsuit so thick. Very uncomfortable.
thick. Except you go cold weather
Cold country, okay. Cold country, no problem. Cold country, you can put on a thicker wetsuit, maybe maximum 7 mm, 5 mm, 7 mm. This one very thick. Then sometimes it's too extreme cold. People will do dry suit diving. Dry suit.
mean,
Inside inside your body will be dry.
oh, okay.
So your body inside the skin will not come in contact with the water, so you won't feel cold.
Something like this.
Dry suit diving is also a specialty. It's also a specialty. You have to take the course for it.
Oh.
Because in Asia Pacific, our Pacific area, nobody use dry suit. Only for very cold that places that got winter and all. Then those people use dry suit. Like further north like in China, in Japan, down there got winter so during autumn winter time their water is very cold almost freezing so normal dive suit you cannot tahan one.
Right. Some more?
So how are you all interested in diving?
Soon, I think I will go.
You go to Tioman down there got a few diving operator. They can teach the course already.
Yeah.
Singapore is where to learn diving in Singapore.
Huh?
I mean, in Singapore, where when can we learn diving?
In Singapore we can do diving, but now okay, let's say now we cannot go to Malaysia. We can do the theory, the pool training in Singapore, but the open water at the Southern Island the Pulau Hantu there. Southern Island you can do the open water, but on there the visibility is no good.
Jimmy, instead of other than wide angle and macro, any other photography technique we can do down? I mean,
We can do videoing, video.
Video, okay. Can
Video,
you do long exposure?
video.
Can you do panorama? Can you do?
Long exposure, I don't think so lah. You can do video then, but you need a powerful video light lah. Video torchlight wide angle torchlight lah.
Very expensive also.
Let's say, but the torchlight can cost you about $1,000, $2,000.
Sing
This is the torchlight only lah. That one can go up. That one can go up to don't know how many. More than 10,000 lumen. That one we use it for. They use it for video light.
Yeah, night dive is very good also.
Night dive. You bring a powerful, strong torchlight. While if the water is clear, you switch on the light. Wow, like stadium light.
Like wow. everyone can take good photo already.
Yeah. This one is underwater photography is matter of practice lah. Then you can get good at it lah. If you don't practice, you do not know how, then a bit difficult lah to get good pictures lah. Also the quality of the equipment also counts lah.
Yeah. Most of everything counts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your equipment, your skill.
Your skill important, because if you using a cheap camera, you can still take good pictures if you know how.
Yeah. Yeah. Diving skill also.
Correct.
Current come, then you don't know how to encounter.
Current come hide behind the rock lah. Like
Not
last time, last time I encounter current Wow, I hold on to the rock my leg flying like layang so strong the current. Then when you're doing diving never fight against the current, because you'll definitely lose. If the current is too strong, you do just drift along with the current, and maintain your depth.
Okay. Means the current go left, you just follow go left lah.
I just follow the current. Because sometimes I do diving in Indonesia, a lot of wall dive, so the current quite strong. Then my dive master will tell me, okay, we do deep dive. We ascend here, we come out the other side, maybe 100 or 200 meters away we come out. Okay, then when the boat let us down here, okay, we descend down, then the boat will pick us up the other side.
Oh. At least
So that one we doing drip dive lah. Drip dive I like because you don't have to fin the current will just push you you don't have to kick your leg to fin. See.
lazy. Lazy go down.
Just maintain your buoyancy. Then you just let the current just push you along. Then sometimes if you want to stop to look at something, you just hold on to some rock lah.
That is experienced diver will do that lah, but new will not take the risk.
If you dive long enough, you know what to do.
Yeah, experience.
Last time when I was diving, before I holding the camera, I was holding a spear gun.
Spear gun.
I was
spear what?
In the earlier days, I go spear fishing.
Oh, Malaysia. What?
Indonesia. When spear fish or the good fish, then we bring up to the resort and cook.
Oh.
I tend to cook.
Fish is legal or illegal?
Actually, I do not know because we only spear whatever we can eat,
So okay, can. Not sure legal or illegal lah.
That one I just follow my dive master lah. monkey see, monkey do.
Okay lah, 10:35. Guys, any more questions for Jimmy? We know that your session is quite long, Jimmy.
Okay. Listen, the conclusion. Taking your photography underwater requires a lot of specialized equipment and a lot of practice.
Yep.
But for divers who want to share what they see below the water, it's worth the effort. Because underwater photography is different from the land photography. Because land photography, you want to take still pictures, okay, you put it on a tripod. Everything is steady, cannot move. But underwater, there are currents. Water body is always moving. So you got to keep if you want to keep yourself steady and your camera steady, go close to the ground.
Means
Just like prone position.
prone
Close
position.
to the ground. Close to the ground. Stick to the ground. So when you stick to the ground, got any light current now will not push you left and right, ma.
Oh.
So you stick to the ground. So or kneel down on the ground.
Kneel
Because
down. Kneel down.
kneel down or do the prone position. If you stay in between like that, of course your body movement will follow the current. Sometimes there's shirts pushing you in, then bring you back. That so if you got surge moving up and down, your camera also not steady. So have to stick to the ground easier.
Jimmy.
Ah,
I don't know. I heard about diving where we are not supposed to damage certain corals and all that.
correct.
So, if you say prone position, would there be any problems at this?
Prone position, then you must see where you proning ma. Don't prone on top of the coral ma. sometimes the seabed is sandy ma. Sandy then no problem. Okay, then or you can prone on a rock. On a rock no problem, but never prone on the delicate coral. You will break the coral. Then we are destroying the coral. Then won't be nice.
Yeah, thank you.
You must see where you're lying down, where you're kneeling down on. That's why just now when I say earlier on, so if the subject is at one awkward position, I shift the subject. Make it easier for me.
Can we bring down our phone, our smartphone, and shoot down there?
Can. Handphone, no problem. There's housing for it.
Yeah, plastic housing.
No, metal one.
Metal.
And Bluetooth control.
Bluetooth control some more?
That housing will cost you a few $100s.
Okay lah, few hundred, not few thousand ma.
Not a few $100. So you can operate the buttons all same as the underwater housing. Same thing. You can bring down the. I've seen people. I seen one photographer using the handphone with the arm and two stroke.
Was it the picture better than yours or yours better than him?
Phone depend on how you take it because phone resolution is not as good as the camera one.
So have limitation
Correct.
But it's about lighting, I guess, isn't it? Because the phone doesn't have the stroke.
Got stroke
Yeah, correct. Got stroke. You can install, but very costly. The housing very costly. I seen people using it.
Convince you or not? not convince you.
Okay. Any more questions, guys? If no, then we will have to say thank you to our Jimmy.
No
Jimmy
problem.
yeah, thanks so much for sharing with us tonight. Yeah,
No problem. No
we
problem.
learned a lot how the gears function.
Yeah. Next time you got any diving related stuff, you can call me lah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. For those who want to follow Jimmy, I think he's on Facebook. What's your account name? What's your account name again? Is it Jimmy Tay? Yeah.
I just Jimmy Tay only.
So those who want to add Jimmy to your Facebook, you just look for Jimmy Tay. Yeah.
Jimmy Tay.
And his profile picture, I think, is a diver, isn't it? It's a diving picture.
The diving picture, you can see the diver lah.
All right, thank you, Jimmy. Thank you.
Okay,
thank you guys.
Thank you, everybody. Okay, take care.
Okay, bye bye.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.